and welcome to the 107th episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. So today I was half debating as to whether or not I was going to do an episode, and I just decided, you know what, let's just do it. So I also remember the reason why, because let me just put that over there. Okay, I didn't actually have that much, I didn't do as much progress as I had hoped to have done in a week. That's the way things work sometimes. So I just decided, why wait another week to do it, or I could just do it now. So I'm going to do it now. There are some projects I did not work on. My purple socks, the ones that I was doing as my first for the design, that I'm not doing. I finished that first sock. You saw that last week. I was planning on casting on with the second sock, and I decided I got other stuff to work on first, and I'd rather work on those more. So that's what I did. I don't have any finished projects, but I do have works in progress. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my Dreaming of Paris socks by Joji Locatelli. I didn't really plan to be that far into these, and I'm not. But I did make it to the goal as to what I had. So my plan originally was to make it just past the lace section at the top. And I did that. Right here. You get to see the beautiful. So the yarn that I'm using for these are from Woolmise. It's their twin base, which is 80/20 wool and merino. The brown color is called Teddy, and the purpley color is called Romantiche. I got lots of suggestions from people about how to fix or avoid the problem with the that I had with the when I was finishing the helix knitting on the sock before I started the toe. I don't remember if I slipped the 3 stitches or not, because somebody suggested that recently. I don't remember what I did exactly, and I wish I had written it down. I may not have slipped the 3 stitches like you're supposed to do for helix knitting, but but somebody else also said that Very Pink Knits probably has a tutorial about it. I'm pretty certain she's got a tutorial for just about everything. I haven't gone to look it up yet, but I will be looking into that. So as of now, I'm on the let's just stripe and stripe and stripe and stripe and stripe till it's time to put on the heel. So I'm happy with that progress. The needle size I'm using for this is a size 0. That's the needle size I'm using. All right, let's put this back in here. Put you up there. And then my next thing that I worked on was my design sock. I had planned to have the first sock done. Didn't happen, but I'm quite close. I am actually in the middle of decreasing for the toes. So I decided not to let this be an excuse as to why I'm not going to update, because the toe isn't finished, but here it is so far. So it's a very nice cable design it's working out exactly like what I wanted. I still have not come up with a size alternative, and at this rate, I don't think I'm going to come up with, I know how to make it bigger, and the only thing I can do otherwise to make it smaller would probably be to reduce the needle size, and that might be the suggestion that I give. I don't know, we'll have to see, but it's almost done, and I really like it. The yarn feels so nice and soft. I believed it to be Zen Gardens, hold on, did I put it in here? Oh no, of course I didn't write it down on here. Sorry, I have like a notepad with like everything I'm supposed to talk about, and most of the time I remember, but for that one I did not. So I believe this yarn to be Zen Yarn Garden in the color Flamenco, in the colorway Flamenco. Their squishy merino nylon fingering base. Here's the problem. Recently I went on a little bit of a very mini yarn organizing, and inside one of my Ziploc bags I found that yarn with the label and everything. So what I thought this is not it. I know it is I could feel the cashmere in it. I know it's a cashmere. Practically all of my stuff is like an 80/20 type of yarn, so this is probably that. Do I know exactly which one it is? I've got no clue. I would have to probably sit down there and go through whatever is in my Ravelry. I may have gotten this from a sock club and I don't remember. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. So that would mean more in-depth searching, and I'm not certain I really want to do that or if I care enough to do that. I just know I like the yarn. So that's for that. So far, let me just put this over on the side here. So far with this one, the needle size that I'm doing this on is a 1.5 US, which is a 2.5. Yes, it's a 2.5 millimeter. I had to work it out for myself. And honestly, if I wasn't doing this as a test, I probably would have made the leg. If I realized how long the foot was, I would have made the leg longer. But I think it's probably going to be just fine for these. Honestly, I love them. I love the design and everything, and I can't wait until I'm actually able to share it with you soon. Make no guarantees as to when, but soon I will get that done. So I'm almost finished that first sock. I'll cast on the second sock at a later time. And then let's go on to let's go on to my last project that I actually worked on this week. This is my olive leaf sweater by Ravelry Co. And I got it all right on the first try. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So my other thing that I wanted to get done is I wanted to finish the body, which I did. Oh, why is that down there like that? There we go. I finished the body. And I had planned to start the sleeve. Yeah, I literally just finished the body today, maybe about half an hour ago. So I'll get started on the sleeve later on, probably today. Either that or I'll be working on socks, one of the two. So I'm really happy with that. The last time that you had seen it, let me show you from where it was in the back. Last time you had seen it, I had finished the front for the split hem, and now I was a little bit working my way through the back hem. It's hard to show this, so I'm going to just show it like that. So you see where the stitch marker is, so I finished that off today. And then it's pick up for the sleeves. That's the next thing. The yarn that I'm using for this one is from Riverside Studio in the colorway Salt and Pepper. I still have yarn left over from the third ball. It's not here, it's over there on my bed. So I still have some yarn left over, so I will definitely have to dip into the fourth ball to get this thing done. My plan is to do a long sleeve because usually I'm there like, this is taking so long. I'm going to switch everything to short sleeves. Yeah, no, this one I actually want a long sleeve, like right down to the wrist. That's what I want. But mind you, knowing myself, I'm probably going to end up pushing it up to like, forearm, because that's what I always do and change it into 3/4 when I'm actually wearing it for any kind of sweater. But I still want full length sleeves. So for this one, honestly, I cannot wait. Like, the detailing on it is so nice. And the thing that I like is even if you make a mistake in the cabling, you can't really notice. Because the funny thing is, I know I've made mistakes in this, and I didn't realize till a few rows down. But can you tell where they are? Because I can't. I love it. Is it on this one that I made the mistake on? I think it's a little bit, well, to me, it's a bit more noticeable on this side where I made my mistakes for that. I don't care. I don't care. You can't see it. It blends in so well, and the salt and the like the speckles hide it even better. But I know for sure when I was doing the bottom, let's hold this up here. When I was doing the bottom, I was a lot more careful, and I checked, like, every time I did one repeat, I would stop, analyze everything I did just to make sure everything looked like it was going in the right direction. So honestly, I love it. I really, really do. And this makes me want to knit another sweater with another design, with more designs like this. I just love it. I have not tried it on, but looking at the width of it, it'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. So let's put you down there. Yay. Okay. And I do think that is everything for knitting. That's kind of sad. I don't know. Anyways, let me just put these over here. I will deal with those afterwards. So the other thing that has happened is I recently did I'm filming in a different location of the same room I've been filming in for quite some time. Like I think my first episode was upstairs in the kitchen. My episodes after that were outside in the back in our sunroom. After that, I moved to like over there on the other side of where the sunroom is, where my wall is. Then I did it at my desk, and then I sat on the floor, and now this is a new portion of my room. So, it's because I got the shelving unit that I desperately wanted to get, and for the longest time, I kept having it just sit there in the box, sitting in my closet. When I say it was sitting down there for a long time, it was at least a year that it was sitting down there like that for. And what finally got me to really do with it what I wanted to was seeing my brother and my sister-in-law buying the same thing in a different color, and within 3 or 4 days of bringing it in, they had it set up and everything was there, and I'm just like, huh, what's my excuse? So I finally pulled everything out, and on Sunday, even though I gave myself 2 days to do it, I finished assembling the entire thing by Sunday afternoon. So let's see if I can do this and have a good quick look at it. One moment. Okay, so we are going to ignore the mess that is underneath there because it's not all sorted and organized just yet. So this is my lovely 3x3, my lovely 3x3 shelving. What I had originally wanted was to get one from IKEA that would really match my room. The one that you see back there, that one is a 4x4. I believe it's the Helix. No, it used to be called the Expedite, and that's the one that I got, and they changed the model, and it became the Helix with a thinner top. I have the older model. So I wanted something similar to that, but I don't have the space for that. So now I've got this lovely 3x3, which matches almost color-wise, and I thought having it perpendicular to it adds a little bit of a dividing thing to my room. So it still needs to be sorted and organized. This whole place just looks messy, but some of these stuff I pulled out, I'm like, I didn't even know I had these. So if we're going through this right now, in that first one, that's where I'm keeping all of my knitting bags when they're not in use. There's a few balls of yarn and a hat that's just thrown in there because I'm still trying to find space for everything. Over there, I have put all of my self-striping yarn that I have, and that's because the other item that I had inside there was a few skeins of undyed yarn. I decided I was going to put them in a bigger basket that I had just like that, which it's over there. So it's up in that shelf in one of those, and I decided to take out my self-striping yarn and put it into this one. Over here, I have got just a miscellaneous stuff that I want to keep, and I just decided to move them. So it needs to be sorted and organized still. But I do have my Starbucks hot chocolate, salted caramel hot chocolate that I am running low on, that I desperately want to get more of. It's one of the few hot drinks that I actually like. Down there, that is my catch-all for everything that I got. So inside there's like a screwdriver. There is an envelope for a birthday card I got. There's some masks in the back. You know, it's like, and like everything that just gets thrown in and hasn't been really sorted. So I need to go through that one as well. Over here, I've got my little step stool because I am short and I can't really reach a lot of things. I needed somewhere neat to put it. The better plan as to what I want to do is get some kind of a hook to put at the end of my my shelving unit and have something to hook it onto there. I think that would be best. I got to get on that. The last one has my electric toothbrush because honestly our bathroom is so full. I keep that in here. And then some other miscellaneous stuff. I think I've got some avocado pits or something like that in a bag that I was supposed to use for dyeing and I have not used. But lucky for me, once they've dried out, they can pretty much last forever. Or at least I believe they do. I don't remember what's in that brown box, but I gotta double check. Down there, I have got a bag of muslin. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I definitely want to try sewing something, but I still have my sewing machine that is sitting inside the box and it has not been taken out, and I've had that thing since like last year, September. I will eventually get around to using it. Down there is just what do you do with flat sheets when you don't really use them? I don't. So it just sits down there because I just don't want to waste it, but it's sitting down there. Maybe it might become fabric for something else. I don't know. Down there underneath, I have a few skeins that I use for like baby blankets and that kind of stuff. I haven't taken it out of there. I'm probably going to put them up on display. I might move some stuff around so I can get to put that down there successfully. On the top, I have got my my ball winder. You can see right there. I've got just a candle that I have sitting down there that's almost done. I've got a bowl full of mini skeins that I found that were undyed that I had from before. Didn't even realize I had them. I really need to go through stuff in my room. And then over there, I've got a pile of a few sock related books that I really like that I want to go through. At the bottom is the 52 Weeks of Socks. The other one above it, I think it's Sock Innovations by Cookie A. I kind of had the spider removed and I put a spiral. I got it bound with a spiral in order to be able to open up the book and lay it out flat. For all those who actually use a book to knit out of, that's actually a really good way to do it. As long as the cover of the book isn't hardcover, then you're good to go. Above that, I put my copy of The Enchanted Sock. There's a sock pattern in there called the Tree of Life that I really like, and one of these days I'm going to get around to knitting it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Above that is a book called Sock Knitting Masterclass. I didn't really take down the name for that one. I think it's Ann Budd, but I haven't actually flipped through it. I've had the book for quite some time, but I haven't gone through it yet. I would really like to, and eventually I will. And above that, I've got a bowl where I can get to throw in some knitting notions and all that kind of stuff. But I think right now it just has some unused mini skeins. So they have not been put into my blanket or anything like that, but they're just sitting inside there, so I know exactly where to find them when I'm ready to add them to the blanket and that kind of stuff. And above that, just stuff like, it has knitting needles up there, obviously, you can see that. But then it has like keychains and necklaces that I never wear. Why I have them up there, I don't know. So that is everything that is currently on the shelving unit that needs to be sorted and organized. And one of these days, I will actually get around to it. So that's everything. Thank you for sitting through my tour. Okay, so that is literally everything I have to show right now for my knitting stuff and stuff like that. I'm going to be spending the next week prepping for summer sock camp. I already got my itchy nose. So I already got my, I showed last week, I think it was, or maybe it was the week before, I can't remember, one of the two. I think it was last week that I showed off the yarn that I'm going to be using. I'm probably going to be trying to do a little bit more. If I have the time, I'm probably going to try and do something out of my 52 weeks of knitting. I've had that book for quite some time, probably over a year now. I have not knit a single thing out of it. I've looked through it and looked, oh, those are the pretty pictures, but I haven't actually knit anything, so I may just really get to that. And also because I moved my self-striping yarn, I actually started to look through it before I put it away. I'm thinking that I want to knit something out of that. So I will pick something from there as well. I think I already have 2 skeins of self-striping over that are already bagged. So if I finish those 2, I'm probably going to grab another one and have a go at it. I believe that is absolutely everything. So thank you for spending your crafting time with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good day. Bye.